Hey everybody, it's Delane with your Tuesday travel tip. We are in the rainforest of Costa Rica, very beautiful. Okay, last week we started talking about travel protection. So today I'm going to give you a few tips of why that's important. There's two real reasons that you need travel protection. One is to protect your investment, trip cancellation we call it. If you're spending a lot of money on a trip, you want to ensure the value of that trip. So if you had to cancel, say someone in your family got sick or God forbid there was a death, with travel protection, you would get that money back. It also provides coverage for trip interruption, we call, that if, say you had to have a forced overnight somewhere because of a weather delay or something like that, the travel protection would pay your expenses on that trip cancellation. And there's also some coverage for lost bags. The other reason that you need travel protection is for the medical coverage. When you leave the United States, most health insurance plans do not work. So you're basically left, you're uninsured when you leave the country. So with travel protection, you have that medical coverage, and almost all the policies also have coverage if you had to fly home medically, like an emergency evacuation or something like that. Things like that, medical bills in foreign countries can get very high, and that's why it's really important to have it. Now, it gets very confusing because there's a lot of different plans, and some people say, wait, well, my credit card has travel protection. Some credit cards do, and some have good coverage, but you need to check. Because say you have a $5,000 trip, but your credit card only covers $500 of cancellation, then you're going to be left, with a lot of money lost. So you just have to check those things out. Our preferred way of doing it is like a third-party travel insurance company. It's not expensive because it takes into account the cost of your trip and your age. So those two factors come to give you the cost. It's not as expensive as you would think. Kids under 18 are free. Sometimes you can get it from the tour operator, but you have to be careful with that because sometimes you won't get your money back. You would just get a credit for future travel. So again, there's a lot of kind of clutter to cut through, and that's what we're here for. One thing I will tell you, the worst is if you're booking an airline ticket and it says, would you like to insure these flights? Don't ever, never, never, ever click on that. It is terrible. The price is too high. You do not get good coverage. It really does not even cover the full cost of canceling your flight. So that is one that I would say do not do that. So as always, please talk to us. Anytime you book a trip with us, you make the deposit, we immediately almost send out a quote for the travel protection. And we explain the ins and outs. If one policy is better than another, we'll give you two quotes. With this policy, you'll get this. With this policy, you'll get that. So again, it's something maybe we don't like to talk about. It's not as fun. But travel protection is really important. So again, that is your tip. Always consider travel protection. And that's your Tuesday travel tip.